Hi, I'm here with Maja. Maja, you're going to have to tell me how to correctly pronounce your last name.
Stage.
Stage?
Perfect.
Okay.
Nielsen.
Stage Nielsen. This is Maja Stage Nielsen. And I am so thrilled to have so many of the HOKA women in the top 10. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well, I know you're tired. I can only imagine. How brutal was that course?
Well, it's kind of hard to describe, I would say. Like, at one point you just felt like it would keep going forever. Like, will I ever be done here? But then, you know what it's like. Then suddenly you make it anyway. And yeah, I'm just so pleased that it turned out like it did and that I just kept fighting all the way.
Oh, that's good to hear that fighting spirit was in you. Did you get a big lift? Because the run was 2 loops. It brought you right into the crowds. Then it set you down. That's horrible 800 meters and then away from us. But did you get a lift from the crowd when you came around?
Yeah, for sure. Like, it is very nice atmosphere here, and I think the whole city has just been like so welcoming, and like I have a homestay here, and the family has just been like, words can't even describe how nice they have been and so helpful. And the dad of the family is racing today, and they're just like,
oh, cool.
Yeah, really, really have made it such a nice time.
Well, I have to tell you, I was standing at the hot corner. We were sort of up a little higher so we could see you from a couple angles. I was standing next to McKeely Jones, silver medalist from the Olympics and an Ironman champion herself. And she said, she looks good.
Oh, that's very
that's what I thought. I wanted to share that with you. Because, you know,
I'd take it right in my back pocket and save it.
Okay. So, Maja, tell us about your 2021 season. Just to kind of the build up here to the World Championship, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you get to race much?
I have actually been like, I raced Class Miami.
Oh, okay.
And was third.
Wow. You're speedy. You've got that speed in you, right?
Well, that's the thing. I believe that I'm best at long distance. And it was a very good boost for me to see that I was competitive in like at the short distance. Oh, I think it's fair to call it short distance, even though it's close to a half, right? It was a very nice boost for me to see that I could make a good result there, and
in the midst of all your build up for your long training, right?
Yeah, it gave me a nice confidence boost to the last build up to come here.
So, is this your first World Championship?
I have raced in Kona 3 times. 3 times,
my bad. Wow. Yeah. So, tell us about how this course, I mean, they don't compare, but your performances, have they been getting better and better as it goes, or please just take us back through your Ironmans.
Yeah, so my debut, I was 12th.
Wow.
Then I had 15, and last time, which was 19, I was 11th. So now I finally broke that top 10.
Yes, you did. 9th place. Congratulations. Really cool. How does this bode for Kona in October?
Well, I'm really looking forward to go back. Like, I love that island. I love that course, and I think it's just super, super cool. I think it has been a great experience to try to race here. But Kona is something special.
It is, and I mean it's historic here, right? It's the first Ironman World Championship outside.
And I think it's like, it feels like a championship race here, and it has all what you like, all the aspects that you need to have like championship race, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. So you ran a 3:07:50, and what I noticed was you were probably one of the few ladies out there that had really close to having an even split. You were 1:32 the first half, and you came in a 3:04. So that's really great to have that kind of consistency with this hard a course. So put that in your back pocket too.
Yeah, I will.
So what is your background in sports? What makes you such a great triathlete?
To be fair, I played golf as a teenager.
You gave up golf for endurance triathlons?
Yes. All my teenage years, I played golf.
I'm a golf nut, but I love golf. To
Yeah.
watch it, I'm not stupid enough
We
to try and
should go
play
and
it.
play one day.
Well, I would love a lesson.
Yeah.
Would you give me one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I like when I discovered triathlon. I worked as a golf instructor in Club La Santa, Lanzarote.
Oh, well, what a perfect place to work as a
Yeah.
golf instructor when the top athletes in the world come there to train, right?
Yeah. So that is my very favorite place to go back and train still. And yeah, I had my lead up there
Okay.
for this race as well. And yeah, that place has taught me a lot of stuff.
Well, I was thinking with the kind of the rocks and the heat and the climbing, how close is this to the feeling of Lanzarote?
Pretty close. I would say the climbs here is a bit sharper.
Sharper.
But and then it's more dry heat.
Okay.
But other than that, pretty close.
So, okay, in golf terms, how would you rate your swim, bike, and run? You know, was it eagle, birdie, par, bogey?
Swim was definitely at least birdie.
Oh, nice.
Bike might have been a bogey, and then a par for the run. So that makes me scratch, right?
Yeah. Well, I love that. I love that analogy that you can kind of think about it that way. It's fun, right?
Yeah.
So what is going to be the biggest lesson you take away from this race?
That, like, I had a very good swim for me today, and suddenly I was like up in the mix from the beginning. But some of the girls just came flying by, like I was standing still on the bike, and that is kind of hard mentally, but I'm very proud of the way I handled it and that I just caught them back on the run.
I was going to say, were you tempted to feel like you had to start racing, or were you confident enough to say, this is my game?
I couldn't.
You couldn't. You were at your top end, right?
Well, the thing is, at least if I think because it was in the back of my mind that I have to run a marathon after this, then there was no way I could have,
So that showed a lot of maturity, a
Yeah.
lot based on, you know, you're climbing up through the ranks here. Any desire to go back to anything shorter? Or are you committed now to longer races?
Well, I for sure believe that long distance is where my potential is the biggest and where I really belong. But I like to mix it up and do some shorter distance in between, because there's kind of a limit how many full distance you could do, right?
Right.
Mm.
Do you think you're kind of fearless when it comes to sort of still learning about yourself as an athlete and trying new things?
I love to develop. Like, I think like progression and like the process of how you become the best version of yourself, that's like what drives me in my everyday life.
Well, that's why you fit so well into the HOKA family, because
Yeah.
we're constantly striving and pushing to be the best that we can be as a company and, you know, with our products, but also to know that we really care about our athletes.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
care that they're building self-confidence as well as their physical strength. So what I'm hearing from you, I'm getting really excited about. It's a
Yeah.
confidence that comes through, but it's a quiet confidence that in your abilities. I love it. Love
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
Okay, so can you just tell us what maybe a low point was? You said it was a bogey on the bike. What can you take from the negative side of that bike and take into the future and turn it into a positive?
Well, I for sure know now that it's my biking I have to work on. So I guess you will find me out on my bike until October.
Okay, well, there you go. So what is in plan for you between now and Kona?
Well, we haven't really made a set plan because we wanted to see how everything turned out here.
I think it turned out pretty well.
Yeah, and now I have my slot, and then we can plan it exactly like we want to, right?
That's the pressure's off.
So let's see. Like, I might do another full distance in the summer, maybe Rose now when I don't have to.
That's got a great vibe, right?
Yeah, it has been on my bucket list for a very long time, and now I have a chance to do it because I don't have to qualify in the summer. So that could be a possibility, I would say.
Okay, so you believe in yourself. I can hear that. Tell us something that we don't know about you. Maybe it has nothing to do with sport. Maybe it has everything to do with sport. Give us a little insight into something we might not know about you besides golf.
This is a hard one because I feel like I'm a pretty open person. But I think I'm also a big family person. My sister is my very best friend, and it means a lot to me to have my family support. And I think this is also where like I feel very welcome with HOKA, and I think that this is like being with a family.
Maja, your HOKA family couldn't be more pleased. 10th place at the IRONMAN World Championship here in St. George, Utah. Your family is such a big support system for you. What would you like to tell them?
I like to say thank you for always being on my side, always be patient with me when I'm a bit grumpy from time to time, and when I'm not home. Thank you so much for all your support.
Fabulous. See you in Kona.